Tonight, start stream, man. Instant bomber. Right, where the f am I? That's right. I was going to look up a map at this stage. Actually, huh? I think actually I might have found everything. Let's see, wrong one. There's something I'm missing. Yeah, my map is now actually looking pretty similar to what I'm looking at on the Steam guide. There's just one thing around here that I can go find. So I might as well head over there. Oops. Tabbing out. Let me... So that's interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on it, see if I notice any stuttering. It's doing better than it was. Okay, I'm nearly there. So we're gonna head over here-ish. So we wanna come here. Basically just head in this direction. Hey, nice. 30 research points. Oh, hey, is that something new? No, it's not. This doesn't take too long. Let's see. Yeah, it was about here-ish. So, in theory, should be having New star pop up any second now. What's this then? Is something, a massive structure. Incomplete artifact. This enormous station is comprised entirely of machinery. It can show no habitable interior space. Engineering is unable to guess at its purpose, but elements of the design leave similarities to our engine's warp field generators, but at a much larger scale. Interesting. Hey! There's that jump gate that I was promised. Cool. So we can delete that. I think that probably means that everything's now been discovered, because this map is looking very, very similar to the one. To the one that I found on Steam. So crashed surveyor map. This is the image recovered. Doesn't seem to line up with sectors on our map. Strange. Oh, I wonder if it's like inverted or something. So if we look for purple, because that purple cloud is here. And no, it is in fact still stuttering. So my genius idea of disabling VSync in the control panel has not helped. So I'm sad. God, the stuttering is actually worse than it used to be. Jeez. Okay, fine. I was right about the lasers taking up a load of energy though. Might need to figure out my energy systems. Ooh. Advanced communication. 100 research points. I'm noticing some similarities between the communications component and the broadcast signal that originally led us to the sphere. Reverse engineering their comms might let us hijack the signal. Alright, well I know where I'm gonna head then. Head back to Kite Station. Yeah, I think if I'm gonna make this many lasers work, I need more things. Let's see if it's a thing down here. It is not. I mean, do I take off some engines? Take off a... I mean, I could just remove some lasers. That would do it. We've got rid of, like, these two. Alright, let's head here. Because this is the philosophical crab who talked a load about the EOS and stuff. Never mind. I don't think we can do anything at the trauma forest. Another incomplete component of the advanced machine, or the advanced comm system, integral to how the Lume interact with EOS. Interesting. Okay. I know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head up here. I want to see if there's anything new here. There is. 2 copper-coloured metal discs separated by an invisible force field containing an unknown substance. The fluid gas between the 2 discs exhibits very unusual behaviour. We can learn a lot about watching Shane. We can't figure out a way to get any out. 200 points. Just like it says on the tin, also the substance is blue. Let's go. Translucent scroll, 2 circular diagrams and additional markings. Diagrams appear to be high-class resolution polar projection maps of a planet probably class A2 or A3, small cross near the equator. Line connects the cross to ornate markings that the universal translator passes as late something temple found 350 something below surface. A large cache of something will delay excavation until survey of the systems of a planet is complete. Okay. Flat disk auctioned off the estate of a telepath who died of terminal insomnia. The device induces sympathetic impulses in nearby neural systems. Design appears to be intended to transmit relaxing dreams to a sleeping sentient life form. Cool. Orb with strange markings. Stella claims it sometimes glows different colours. It does seem to be emitting some kind of energy signature, no glow that I can see. The object's strange marking is Starcom standard text. It reads, PLD Lieutenant Commander Amu C. Johnson. Scans of the device show it is quite sophisticated, but it is sealed in a way that prevents us from examining it without risking permanent damage. Let's do radio transmission received in our own language. According to the Zor, it's recorded in normal space and thus may have been sent years or even centuries ago. Strange to hear the voice of unfamiliar Starcom speakers. Detected that the Tripura system was hit with a gamma ray burst event a few days ago. Even if the race had survived the central ambush, 10 years later they would have been wiped out by the rarest celestial event in the galaxy. As after everything that happened on the star, they were the least lucky crew in the history of the universe. In Eos, they will be reborn. Yeah, I think I've read that before, but jump back. Let's see how much we got. Algorithm for reverse engineering a folded protein. Hey, we needed that. Efficient way to determine complex protein molecules fold as well as determine likely initial states. Unlike most of the Zor's goods, this one lacks a physical product. Upon receipt of payment, they transmit a complex formula to us. Besides the scientific value of this discovery, we're able to effectively analyze the molecules found in the Tyne Codon forest flight. The original state of the proteins resemble structures found in neurons. Perhaps with this clue, the Tyne Codon can solve the puzzle. And then last but not least, handheld stasis suppressor. Smooth white object, roughly shaped like an animal horn. No obvious controls. Scans are unable to penetrate the interior. Cool. I don't think they have anything left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save game. The orb is now glowing blue. Interesting. Because there's an achievement to destroy these guys. Assuming I can get through their shields. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I'll do that later. The orb has stopped glowing altogether. Okay, so it went from blue to stop glowing. Okay. I'm curious, how big is this thing? Ah. I am completely out of adamantine. Oh well. Let's add a few extra of those and actually do this. Yeah, it's here. And put armor here. Nice. Bit more what do you call it? A bit more energy production for our lasers. So we are going to head back to the trauma forest and we're going to see if now that we can do the protein foldy thing, if there's anything else we can do. Trauma Forest. See what we got. Explore the forest. Okay. Can I talk to these guys? We're plagued by the burning light of these new beings. We can't treat with you now. Oh, right. Okay, those guys. Blight proteins. Using the folded algorithm we purchased from Zoe to determine how the blight... We need to tell the Tyne Coden. Ah. Need to talk to you. God damn it. Okay. So basically, now that the weird human people are attacking, they're too busy dealing with them to bother talking to us for 2 seconds. So if we're gonna do that quest line, we need to get rid of the ethereal, whatever they are. Forgotten their name. So what else is there? Need to fight. Okay, so we should probably just try and keep destroying them. It's a sentinel ship. Whoops. Completely overshot that. Supposed to be a final component in doing the thing. Perfect. Well, it gives us something to do at least. Got ya. Fortunately, it was empty. Alright, this guy. I've analysed the components revealed from the Lume ship debris. Collectively, they show that the Lume communicate with EOS using similar technologies to whatever creates a background signal. I've had an entry to the research database. Presumably there's some kind of antenna inside the sphere. If you research that tech, you should be able to interact with it. Okay, assume you now want to head back to the interior of this thing. Wherever the entrance is, there it is. I think it might be that broadcast station that we're heading to. Oh, alright. Let's try that one again. Oh, it spawned me all the way down here now. Yeah, that's fine. I don't quite know what the best weaponry is. You'd think it was lasers, but I guess not. Although I am on the hardest difficulty, so... That was pretty effective. Okay, I think it's this thing. With the protocols that Lume used to communicate with EOS, we can interface with this broadcast station. We could replace EOS's signal with one of our own. Broadcast our research logs, and maybe the other races can figure out a weakness in EOS. Lieutenant Williams uploads the entirety of the slotted data logs into the broadcaster every discovery, survey, and technical breakthrough. The xenoculture expert speculates that besides giving the other races a technical leg up, it may have some subtle long-term cultural effects. Okay. That was it. So we'll skedaddle on out of here. return to Kite Station and see if anyone wants to, I don't know why I did that. See if anyone wants to speak with us. Nope. Nothing there. Nothing there. Researchers. Research. Okay. It really does not like opening up this menu. Okay. So that quest to stop the EOS, or stop the whatever they're called, is gone now. So I'm gonna go see if I can find some Thai, whatever they're called, and hopefully tell them about the disease, but I don't know. Hello. The burning lights still plague us, but your message has been heard. We have no information on this EOS. Go deep, Explorer. What can the Tyne code do for you? We've identified molecules which, when folded, produce proteins associated with your memory blight. It's very interesting. These unfolded protein structures are how our tree networks store their memories. Based on the folding algorithm you uncovered, it seems as if they were exposed to an experience which, when encoded as a memory, became a destructive protein. Using this knowledge, we can protect the forest network from future damage and attempt to reconstruct the lost areas. We are in your debt. If you return to the forest, it will share some of its knowledge with you. Cool. I guess we'll head over to Dropper Forest. And I guess at the same time, we'll also want to try and find ships of other races. So, the bird people, the lizards, the fish, and I guess we could ask the Chitik, but they probably still don't like us, so. Oh. Just want to see if we can come back to this planet. No, we can't. Okay, we'll delete that post-it note then. The Endless Forest has already begun to reclaim the dead patches where the lander sits down. As the team ventures into the dense tree networks, they report the sensation of strange thoughts and dreamlike memories. Among them is a consistent vision of a lander crashing into a forest. A single injured human climbs out of the wreck. As she lies dying among the trees, she aims an antenna at a point in the stars. Later, after roots and trees have swallowed all trace of her, a voice from above begins to whisper and the trees start to wither. Excuse me. Based on the crew's recollections, I've pinpointed the location where the dream antenna was pointed. So we're done here now, aren't we? Ah, okay. we go then. So there was presumably something in at this location that caused the problems. Also, for some reason, my frame rate is like... I don't fucking know anymore. Very irritating. What if I just need to reinstall Windows? That would suck, but it would be a possibility. Small artifact. Oh my god. It is in fact tiny. Besides the personal log entry, the small objects databanks contain a complex mathematical formula. The small artifact... Oh, it's another one of the key filter algorithms for 8 of them. I mean, we don't need them anymore, but cool. The small artifact consists of a radio receiver and databanks. The databanks contain a large amount of Starcom formatted information, as well as an audio log entry. Forced down on a forest world, it's possible the EOS loyalists have tracked my ship, so I'm going to destroy the physical key now. I'm transmitting a copy to the remote receiver we placed in deep space, so my crew can recover it if they survive the engagement. I'm having the strangest dreams. It must be the fever. Is that it? That's it. I wonder if we can do anything with this philosophical crap now. It's going to overshoot. Let's see. Probably not, but I guess we'll find out. Prophecy, stranger. No, not yet. Cool. So we only have 3 things left. Okay, so it's a... Alright, I think I'm understanding this. If we look for that tint of bluey green... then it's got yellow, orange, pink, blue. I think it's blue main sequence. Yeah, it's not a white dwarf. What is it? Yellow, orange, pink, blue. Okay, those guys still don't like me. Annoying buggers. So, main blue, yellow, orange. What is that got a thing on it? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Does this not have any planets? Hang on, let me just check this out. Does this really have nothing in it? I guess so. Do not surrender nor do we accept yours. If you wish to make amends, your words and meanings will be destroyed. Okay, skedaddle on out of here. Your scientific learning from us because you have hostile intentions. Offer us some technology and we'll return the exchange. We don't have anything. Dude. I want to do this, but you don't really leave us any choice. These guys are tanky, Jesus. No wonder I can't. See if there's anything else here. Okay, they're still out of everything. Those are hostile ships somewhere. Oh yeah, just down here. There's one of these guys. These guys are very susceptible to these of fire from the looks of it. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, fine. Ooh, there's an Ulo quote trader. The deadly lights sought to make all a reflection of themselves and you, but you told your story to the void and the sea rose up against them. Things... okay. We are looking for the rest of a message we have found against fragments of. Think it may help. We do not know the story, but in the deep histories of the Gortanu, there is a prophecy they have tried to forget. Seek them out. Interesting. The Gortanu don't like us. I know that much for a fact. Who's this? Oh, it's just a bunch of trying to. I don't want to hurt you. Triple sobs. And the sentinels here as well. Cool. With any luck, we'll destroy it real quick. Yes, indeed we did. Never thought I'd be thankful for the sentinels appearing. Right, so this is potentially that. Is it? No, because there was no green here. I don't know how I missed this. Luma big one. Just gotta keep it going right for that weak spot there. Oh, it's the Saurids. Our observations data stations have received the broadcast you sent. We're in the process of retrofitting the fleet with these new technologies, but are still overpowered by these Lume. Do you have any idea how to defeat them? We've never encountered anything like them before, but we are a young race. Perhaps one of the older civilizations may be more help. It's convenient. Most of them have now spoken to us. The team sets a lander down at the end of a box canyon filled with crystal clear pools and lost flora. Sinkhole at the bottom of one pool opens into a network of tunnels. The anomaly detected from orbit is likely somewhere within. Team member dons her dive suit, does a radio check, and descends down through the sinkhole. Oh god, the team member radios that she's in a maze of cave chambers with tunnels. Let's go east. Let's go north. Let's go west. West. South. 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 East. West. That was just... If we go east again... Oh god, east. East? Keep going east. West. North. Damn it. Can we go back down? We can. Alright, we have 133 crew members, so let's do this. I bet there's some really easy thing for this. Hey, after what seems like ages, a radio silence she emerges from the sinkhole. Excited to report discovering the remains of a bipedal creature in an environment suit, probably an alien explorer who became lost in the underwater maze and drowned. The unfortunate explorer's remains have been in the water too long to identify a species, but it was carrying some very interesting gear that yielded valuable data. One device, apparently a communicator, seemed tuned to the standard Starcom survey. Okay, so it's another thingamajiggy. And that was a Steam achievement to actually solve the puzzle, and I did it by clicking random buttons. The anomaly detected from orbit appears to be somewhere with a winding desert canyon. Canyon walls are too close and irregular to pilot the lander in, so the team approaches on foot. Strange sounds seem to echo from all around. Explore the canyon. After an hour, while the team is making their way back through a tight ravine, cracking sound, cascade of boulders, canyon is too unstable. Cool. Is that it? Indeed it was. Oh my god, what is the range of those lasers? Come on. I think Kite Station needs a few more upgrades. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So. fact looking for this. Blue, yellow, orange, pink, blue. Yellow, orange. Don't think it's gonna be that. I suppose I can take a look. Assume I can now find it again. Oh, shit, there's this. Alright, one sec. Hey, swords. Where's the thing? It's over here. I assume the Chitics still don't have any thoughts of us. Bloody hell. So, no. That's the answer to that. Nearby. Getting the range and good. Oh my god. I just realised I am about to die. Run away! Let's sit here for a second. Okay, so what's this anomaly? Neutronium core. Apparently there's an unsurveyed planet down here. So we'll just do a little bit of a hop over here. What the hell? Oh, it's Chitic. They shredded down my shields. I'm starting to think that my current strategy of like a bunch of lasers isn't really working. Because they seem to have a hard time targeting the game lied to me. Yeah, they seem to have a hard time targeting Chitic vessels. And then the Yandere are just really tanky. Leave me alone. Trying to do stuff. That seems to be the other problem with lasers. They turn on one at a time. Give me your own time. Come on. So yeah, I think I'm going to go back to this. Okay. Map. Back to searching for this sodding thing. Nope. I don't know what that is. Alright, I think I found it. Let's go take another look. And then I'm heading south. The hell was that? Okay. I don't know. I think it could be this system. And then it's indicating this planet. There's an orange one. Yes, hidden anomaly discovered. Hey, finally found it. The team is able to find the precise location from the reconstructed holographic image. While nothing is immediately visible, deep sonar shows a density spike in the bedrock. Team begins excavating. About 10 meters down, they uncover a metal hatch. Hatch opens to a set of rungs embedded in the rock, which descend another 20 meters before opening up into a kind of laboratory, roughly carved into the natural rock. Cut into the walls are dozens of cages covered with ventilated transaluminum. Built into one wall is a neutronium safe. Off the main lab are some living quarters. Let's take a look at the living quarters. There were several beds, including one that contains the skeletal remains of a human. By its side is an old-fashioned journal. It's mostly filled with cryptic shorthand that even the universal translator can't completely decipher, save for a few fragments. Fragment 1. Numerous coded references to what the xenobiologist recognizes as DNA sequences. Fragment 2. Several pages of different versions of a logarithmic calculation, the conclusion of which is 50 to 75 gen to sentience with sequence 8H. Fragment 3. V, a can, most promising of latest round. Plan their launch tomorrow. AA also good, but will need more time to reach potential. Fragment 4. Last launch is away. Tonight I sleep and dream of my reward. Let's check the cages. Many of the cages are full of dirt, debris, and crumbling bones. Xenobiologists can't identify any species, any specific species, but notes that they share more characteristics with Earth animals than is typical of extraterrestrials. And finally, the safe. Crystal has a collection of Starcom technical data and some kind of mathematical formula. I wonder what that could be. Inside the safe are a large number of vials whose contents seem to have evaporated long ago. There's also a data crystal. That's another one of the things. Cool. Return to the ship. So, 2 quests left. that I've found so far. One of them including what is potentially a purple gas cloud. So I'm just going to do a quick sweep. Because there is another one here, that's the thing. Here? Here. Oh god. I think this is that map location. It was just rotated. Hopefully. Because I don't... Yeah, there we go. Brown dwarf. See what we got. Nothing there. There's a hostile vessel. L, which has an anomaly. From orbit, the anomaly was detected in a low, shallow crater right on the planetoid's equator. In an excavated hole, the team discovers a tetrahedral pyramid made of an unknown perfectly polished metal. It is approximately 5 meters in height. Scans fail to reveal what, if anything, is inside. Let's use neutronium and magnetic field. Neutronium coating dissolves along with the mysterious metal pyramid, revealing a collection of well-preserved circuits etched into adamantine. Is that it? That'd be pretty disappointing if that's it. That was indeed it. I'm going to revisit this gravity orb code thing. There's 2 of them. See if we can do anything with it now. Probably not, but who knows. The device purchased from the Zor emits a quiet, deep hum as the team approaches the sphere. There's a brief tremor in the ground as the sphere shimmers for a moment, then vanishes in a bright flash of light. A collection of objects falls to the ground. Most of the items are inscrutable. A piece of unremarkable igneous rock, roughly 2 liters of salt water sealed in a transparent cylinder, a disc that projects a 3-dimensional moving image of a 6-legged horse-like creature covered in blue fur, a bit of cloth made from an unknown plant fiber. The team's xenoculture expert guesses that this is a time capsule, and the artifacts had important personal or cultural significance to who or whatever left them. Strangely, while the projector disc is from an advanced technology, it does not seem to suggest a level of science capable of producing a stable stasis field. Okay, are we all done here then? We are indeed. What's the quickest way to a thing? This way. And then there is a second one here. The orb is now glowing blue again. Interesting. The orb is now glowing violet. The orb has stopped glowing altogether. Oh, interesting. So that indicates potentially a thing in this sector that I need to go to. We'll do that in a sec. collection of objects falls to the ground. The items form a collection with no obvious commonality. A statue, roughly 1.5 meters tall, carved from ordinary ice. The subject is bipedal and possibly covered in fur. The medium makes it difficult to tell. A rough sphere of neutronium. A scroll covered in glyphs. Despite a large text sample, the universal translator is completely unable to decode any of it. A communication device using primitive transistors. A handheld device that appears to be a combination energy weapon / personal energy shield. Team's archaeologist notes that the artifacts seem to be from at least 3 different cultures, judging from the technology levels. And that should be that. Survey complete. Delete that. Cool. So let's now head back to... over here. I'm not gonna jump, I'm just gonna hop over. Actually, give me a sec. I want to talk to these guys. Because it's these are the Gore, whatever it is, that like the Sentinels. Gortanus, that's it. All have heard your voice, silencing the whisper from the pit, and rejoiced. Your teachings will help us vanquish the false Lightbringers. We're looking for the rest of a message that we detected. Do you know anything about it? Ah, the lost prophecy. When our race was young, a signal echoed through the void. Not the deceitful whisper of the pit, but a voice from the Progent. The first Hierophant was told that it was forbidden knowledge, so he purged it from the archives, but an acolyte believed the message was meant to be preserved, so he fled among with a clutch of followers. They hid on various remote worlds, awaiting the return of the stranger who had spoken with Eos. Such beliefs are heresy. For years, our inquisitors hunted them down. It has been over a century since a heretic was found, but if any remained, they might have the prophecy you seek. Forgive your servant. Gortani told us a group of heretics who... Sounds like a message. Okay. I mean, if I had to guess, it's probably going to be our friend, the philosophical crab. So, we'll take a look at that in a sec. But for now... the orb is now glowing violet. Try this way a bit. This side. sec. Right, I have been called to go and do a thing, so I'm gonna have to end stream there. But hey, made a lot of progress there. And yeah, I get the feeling we're probably quite close to ending this game. So yeah, I'll probably be back in a short while. Yeah, see you in a bit. Goodbye.